Hey Raindrops! Thank you all so much who have subscribed to the channel. You guys have really helped spread the word, build this channel together, because I can't do this without you guys. And I know y'all want me to interview a lot of people, child, but in order for me to do that, I need to make sure my subscribers match the millions of people who do watch my videos. So all you have to do, okay, is hit the subscription button. That's it. I ain't asking for much, child. And enjoy this video. Hey Raindrops, on today's episode of Reality with the King, I am here with the original bad girl of comedy. Give it up for the iconic, legendary LUENELL.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Yes, you look good, boo.
You do too. You're so cute.
I haven't seen you since Hollywood.
I fell down in Golden Brooks's living room. That was my debut with you, and you're like, "This bitch is golden," and I hit the floor, two steps in the house, and I remember saying, "Carlos, you better not use that." You said, "Girl, I'm absolutely using this."
See, listen, one thing about me, I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. You said, you ain't gonna use this, are you? I said,
I absolutely am.
absolutely. It was, no, listen, how you been?
Better.
Are you sturdy today?
No, I'm good. I'm stable.
Okay.
As long as I wear these shoes for the show and not for walking up and down the street.
Oh, you could put your leg up.
What? You better.
Oh.
Are we doing that? Are we doing that?
Well, can you? Oh, sure. Okay.
Are you playing with?
Baby.
What?
That's why you have a young man.
Young men do come in handy for shit like that, though.
So when it comes to Al Be Sure,
We starting with that?
how sure is Al?
Well, what are you saying?
I mean, the fact that you are able to lift your leg up and touch your toes is the activity,
I think that's a personal question. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you this.
Yes. Go ahead.
Normally, in my life, I have told all my business.
Yes.
Been out there, feet rubs, kissing, I've done all that.
Yes.
For the first time at my age, I'm practicing discretion
Oh.
because he deserves it. And we deserve it.
Yeah.
I do so much. I get some of this little pocket of love at this time in my life. I'm gonna protect it this time.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you should. So you're in love.
We are in love. I done been in love, and the other motherfucker wasn't in love before. That's not
Yeah. And the good thing is this, I was thinking about you a lot, recently with everything going on that we'll get into, but more importantly, the fact that, we've seen the journey of you. You have been in this career for many, 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 many decades.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I know you talked about, even when you were working with Iyanla at one point, and doing interviews, you talked about love. And what I was so happy with you, right, was the fact that as a workhorse, because you work.
Yes, I do.
And I know that unfortunately at times, love wasn't a priority for you. So the fact that you have found love.
It still wasn't a priority.
No?
No, it's not a priority. I've been married. I loved my husband. He passed away.
Yeah.
I have experienced the things that a woman want to experience. I got married. We lived together. We had a life. So love wasn't a priority. I believe it's a necessity. And I believe that it's necessary. But I don't believe it was a priority. The beauty of this particular relationship at this time of life is that it just happened. And the friendship had been for like 15 years before that. So, my job is not to convince the world whether they feel comfortable with what we, my job is not to try to convince you to whether this shit is real. And what's real to one is it's all subjective. Are we dating? Do we go out to the movies and shit? No, we don't do that. What we got is a different type of wonderful trust and friendship and love and affection, and it's a soft place for the bad girl of comedy to land. You know what I'm saying? For a change.
Yeah. So what is different now than your experience before?
I don't need to be out in the club. I don't need the sections. I don't need all that shit. Actually, I run from that shit. It's almost like I want to be invited to everything and don't want to go to anything.
No, LUENELL, can I tell? I was talking to Tika Sumter, who's a really, really good friend of mine. And she and I always laugh because we are homebodies, right? But back in the day, baby, we used to run the streets.
What?
But she and I always laugh that even when we get invited, we don't want to go.
But I'm insulted if I don't get invited.
We get mad if we don't get invited.
Me?
Excuse me?
And I can't make it.
How dare you?
Oh, the fuck?
I wasn't coming anyway.
Yeah, I can't
You don't know.
Right, but you didn't even invite me. So I bitch about that all the time. But I don't want to go nowhere. Plus, I finally, at this stage of my life, I have 2 homes. I love them both. One is lavish and one is mid. And the lavish one, I want to enjoy that bitch. I'm on the road a lot. I want to get in my pool. I want to, get my massages in my massage room area, and I want to enjoy my kitchen and Netflix and chill. I'm in hotel rooms 90% of the time, and on planes the other damn 10%. And so when I get a chance to be home, I want to be there. Why go to the casino or go to the pool? I live in Las Vegas. Why go to a pool party when I got a pool? Why go buy drinks when I got them? I can smoke weed too and be naked if I want. So why get in a pool with 1,500 people, somebody peeing, when I can control who gets in this motherfucker right here? Like maybe 8.
So no peeing in your pool.
I didn't say that. I can't control that.
Have you been?
And I'm a damn sure pee in my own pool if I want to. So if you swim in my pool, you might be swimming some of my pee. And?
So have you been to Dee Dee's parties?
I went to one.
Were there peeing in the pool?
I don't know. The only way to know if somebody's peeing in your pool is if you put that stuff in the pool that turns blue if a motherfucker pee. Then you just oust them. That's cold. Like, I would never want to experience that because I pee in the pool.
Okay. Okay, so when I come over to visit you, remind me.
Just know.
Okay, I will refrain from the pool.
Well.
Okay. How were Diddy's parties when you went?
I would not know how Diddy's parties were. I only went to one.
Okay, so not IES plural, just one. So
I can't speak on what I don't know about. I can speak on the one I went to.
How was that one?
How ironic. No, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. Never mind. It was actually, at the time that I went, it was a beautiful white party, black heaven experience. Stars everywhere and women swinging on swings over the pool and aquatic, what you call those synchronized swimmers in the pool and round revolving dance floors on white couches. It's like what black heaven would have looked like. I think they had gift bags. I didn't feel like I didn't think they had one by the time I was supposed to go get one. But yeah, it was great. I mean, and then I left, like Molly Wayne said, and then I left early.
What time is early for LUENELL?
Well, what time was early for LUENELL and what time was early that night is 2 different earlys. But I left early. I don't know, maybe around 2
a.m.?
Yes.
That's early, girl?
That's when the parties are, what? That's when you leave a party. What do you mean, a party?
When you left Diddy's party at 2 a.m.,
yeah,
a lot of people, the party was still happening.
Yes, very much so. But other people were leaving too.
Who left with you?
Lil' Kim.
Oh.
And Faith. I was with Faith.
That's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mine too.
So how do you feel about, because listen, you to me and when I say this as a compliment, and I believe you'll take it, you to me are a legend, right? And if I had to say to the audience, right, like who I think you are in terms of a comparison, although you're incomparable, you're like the female Cat Williams to me. You know what I mean? When I say that,
I do know what you mean, I think. I do.
yeah, you are incredibly smart and witty. And your comedy, to me, is very informational and the truth. And it's still, and you find a way, LUENELL, to still make it funny. And I think that's your superpower. You know what I mean?
It's a gift for sure.
Yeah, no, and listen, you are gifted. Because the thing with you is you've been around for a very long time. You've been very blessed with a great career. What are your thoughts on things that's been happening in the media? Because, you know, I know you talk a lot about your stand-up show too, but when it comes to like what's happening in the world, how do you feel about like the Kevin Hart roast as an example?
I think how I feel really don't matter at the end of the day. I think that the people who know me know exactly how I feel. And I'm just not interested in any of it. When it was back when Dean Martin and them used to do it and stuff, John Witherspoon, Paul Mooney, Joan Rivers, all that, they took digs at each other too, but they weren't vicious. They were like teasing, you know, and, you know, if you drink a little too much, they might say something like that. If you like the bitches, they might say something about that, you know. But they didn't intentionally set out to hurt people. Since the Flavor Flav roast, I've had no interest in roast. I don't want to be roasted. I'm not going to do it. I think I did a Snoop roast just because, you know, it was Snoop, and I was asked. But that's not my superpower. You know, I'm here to make people happy and have fun. And I don't, and the other side of the coin is I'm not that bitch. I don't play them type of games. I'm from Oakland, motherfucking California, and there's shit that I'm not gonna let fly. I don't think it's fucking funny, and I don't fuck around. But if you don't do that and you know you don't do that, then I would never put myself in that situation to do a roast and then get mad because, bitch, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it. And if you agree to do it, you're throwing yourself in the lion's den, you know? So I just don't do it. I want to be happy because, you know, I have motherfuckers hurt behind saying some shit about me and mine. And I don't want to go back to jail, Carlos.
No, I'll tell you also, but I don't want you to either. I definitely don't want you to either.
But I just don't play like that. I just not my thing.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, but you watch a train wreck too, or a car crash too.
No, the reason why I wanted to know.
I had to be able to watch it to talk on it. You know, people are speaking on it that only saw clips of it. But I watched it from beginning to end live. So yeah, but I was also getting ready. See, I got invited, but I could not go because of my residency in Las Vegas. So I was in Las Vegas watching it on Netflix. I don't think I would have went if I was even in town.
Why?
I just don't do them. I don't get off on that. I don't like it. And it's mean, it's nasty, shit's fucked up, man. I don't like it.
Well, I wanted to ask you this because comedians seem to be split when it comes to the art of comedy. I've studied a lot of comedians from, you know, my days of watching Def Comedy Jam and all those things, and
which I was never on.
Why not?
No, people say, oh, I used to watch you on Def. I never did Def Jam. I only did Comic View.
You know, Comic View, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but I never did Def Jam.
Were you not asked?
No, I was not asked. But I also lived in L.A. They filmed in New York. So I think, well, I mean, people travel. I don't know. I wasn't asked. It's okay. I survived, didn't I? I survived not doing Def Jam.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So one thing I've learned is that a lot of people say for comedians, a lot of them have a dark past, which is how you're able to get on stage in front of people, which I think is the most courageous thing in the world to do.
It's that or therapy.
Yeah.
Well, you can get paid to get your therapy, or you can pay to get your therapy.
Yes. So one thing that the people are saying, and I couldn't wait to talk to you about this, is people felt that, look, on one end, comedians, we don't have any rules. We tell jokes, and it's not personal.
No, that's bullshit. Comedians may not have rules, but people have rules. And it is personal. It's personal. You know? That's bullshit. Even when people say that on your job, I'm firing you 2 days before Christmas, but it's nothing personal. Bitch, it's personal. Sure it is. So, you know, it just, it's gotten out of hand for me. For me. And that's just it. I'm not interested.
Was the George Floyd joke that you heard, was that the final straw in the sense of things have gone too far? Kevin Hart was recently on The Breakfast Club, and he said...
I saw that too.
What do you think about Kevin Hart's response? Do you think that he's being insensitive, or that's just who he is?
I think he's being who he is.
Who is he?
That's the question. I think he's being who he is. If you feel that way, you know he feel that way. Are you surprised?
You're not surprised.
No. But it wasn't the George Floyd joke was unnecessary. It was the lynching joke for me. Why are you even saying the word lynching? Lynch, when we lynch Kevin, Kevin Hart's so short. When we lynch him, we got to use a bonsai tree. Lynch him. If I had a went and was in the audience just watching, there would be viral footage of me getting the fuck up and walking the fuck out. You don't cross the line. For me. You know, I'm only talking about me. I knew Tony Hinchcliffe before this. I knew, we have worked together. He's a cold motherfucker. He's a razor-sharp motherfucker. But I had not been around him saying anything racial. But playing like the dozens with a motherfucker, he can go. But I had not heard him say anything racial. Now I heard it.
Do you not mess with him anymore after that?
I can't say that. You know, because I'll do a comedy show with Charles Manson for the money. That don't mean I mess with you. You know, if we had to work together, I'm not gonna mess up my money and he get his. So I could work with him. We didn't sit down and have lunch together before. You know what I'm saying? I just know him. We have worked together in the past. And he's cold. He's a cold snapper. But, you know, for me, once again, it's like if you have a choice to say something, which you do, you can literally say, I'm not saying that shit. You know? But it's the way I feel about it. It's like, remember back in the cowboy movie, like let's say, in Roots or something like that, when some of your most respected, beloved white actors were also in Roots playing slave owners. When they got to say, I feel, when they got to say the word like nigga, I feel like they always wanted to say it. Now they get a chance to say it and get paid to do it and can say it under the guise of acting. But you really feel that way.
And with that being said, not to put words in your mouth, could it be that between the white comedians, Shane Gillis, as well, that they now had the opportunity to say it? Because one thing Chelsea Handler did say, LUENELL, not sure if you saw what she said, Chelsea Handler said they're racist.
I think that every white man that gets to say the word under a vortex of acting or art, I think their dick gets hard when they say it. And I said what I said. The only person I've ever even heard of having a problem saying nigger in an art form is Leonardo DiCaprio. When he was doing Django,
Yes.
they said he had a problem, felt uncomfortable. I respect him for that. But in the history of my life, I ain't never heard nobody have a problem with it and say it. Just saying. I bet De Niro wouldn't say it. Have you ever heard him say it in an Italian movie? Just saying.
And he loves black women.
Period.
Is Kevin Hart an industry plant?
Oh, I don't have no comment on that. I don't know. I don't know enough about an industry plan to comment on industry plan, but you know, they say he's a clone too. I don't know. I don't have no comment on that.
When it comes to comedians, especially black female comedians, do you feel like you ladies get the respect that you deserve?
I think the people who've earned the respect get it.
Like who?
I mean, I don't want to name names, but there are females out there who have respect. Guess what? It's not a lot though. And that's and it's more than just being funny. You can be funny and be a dick to work with. You could be a road snitch. That's a bitch who tells all these niggas business. You could have a drug problem. You could stink. There's a lot of reasons why it's more than being funny. Do you have a presence? Do you do anything else besides stand up? Are you trying to grow? Can we see growth? The people who follow you, they want to see you grow. They don't follow you to just do the same shit. And then there's people who do. Because I have found that every hack-ass comic that I think in my mind is a hack has an audience, has a following, has people who dig them, even though they're dicks. In my book, you know what I'm saying? So everybody got their fans. There's people who don't care, I guess, that folks grow. But I think the intelligent comedy audience today wants to see you grow, wants to see you grow, wants to see you grow in your comedy, wants to see you grow and make maybe business, you know, and do some other things or help some other comics that really deserve it, or maybe do some, you know, podcasts or YouTube things or skits or movies or television, not just, you know, because you're going to be in the club the rest of your life if that's all the fuck you're doing.
What was it like for you when you first got started in comedy? Because it is a boys, it's the boys club.
In what specific?
When you decided that, okay, comedy is going to be my career. And what I know about getting your start in terms of comedians is it's tough, you know, like to get on stage, to even book the stage and all of those things. Did the industry embrace you, or did you feel like you had to, of course, be better than the men in order to get half of their respect?
Well, my story ain't like nobody else's story. Nobody else's story is like mine. So I had no intention of ever being a stand-up comedian at all. I was raised in the suburbs. I did theater, and I liked theater. I fancied myself on Broadway. Ain't Misbehaving, which Lettucey is doing now. Ain't Misbehaving is my favorite musical. It's black, Nell Carter was in it. I saw myself doing that. But I was living in Long Beach. My roommate was sleeping with a comic. And he would be at the house all the time. And I'd just be talking shit because I come from a shit-talking family. I'm not the only shit talker in my family. So he would hear me around the house, and he thought I was funny. And he said, you know, I manage this comedy club. I host this comedy club here in Long Beach called Miss Wiz. If you ever want to come down to the comedy club, I'm going to put you on the minute you walk in because you're funny. And I said, I don't want to be no fucking comic. I want to sing background for Luther. I want to go to Broadway. You know, the drugs was good back then, Carlos. A bitch didn't know what she wanted to do. So, but one day, Like, you know, like if you know anything about my comedy now, I don't tell jokes. I sort of like tell stories and stuff.
You're a storyteller.
And I haven't, yes, and I have been thinking about some things. I guess in the back of my head, I've been thinking about some things that happened to me. And me and my girls were sitting on the balcony a hot LA night, drinking homemade margaritas. And I said, let's go down to this club and see what this guy is talking about. And most people who somebody says the minute you walk in and put you on stage, they freeze. But I had been in church choir, I had been doing theater before, so I didn't have stage fright. I think that every comic could benefit from doing theater, learn how to use more use of the stage and contact with the people. You know, I think a theater background is great for us comics. So anyway, we got in the car, we went to the club, and the guy was there, and he said, I'm gonna put you up next. I think like early T.K. Kirkland might have been on stage. And so he put me up. I went up there, I did like maybe 8 minutes or something like that, and I just told this little story with her, maybe 2. And when I got down, this other guy came over to me, and he's a little short, dark guy. He was like, you're a funny little bitch. And I was like, thanks. And he said, you need to come to my club. And he gave me his card, and the card said Robin Harris, MC and host. So I met Robin Harris on the first day I ever did comedy ever. And then, yeah, and I feel like Robin to this day. You were saying a female Cat Williams, but I feel more like a female Robin Harris.
Oh, that's even better.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So would you say like Robin sort of like, did he help guide you in a sense, or like gave you some of the like ways to, you know?
No. He just invited me to the club. And at this time, the Comedy Act Theater in Leimert Park District in L.A. Now, remember, I was living in Long Beach. He just got me to come to the club. But then you met a young Jamie Foxx and a young D.L. Hughley and we was young. This was before Comic View. And so then we met a guy there named Quentin, and Quentin used to see me on stage, I guess, and he booked me for my first gig away from just like the neighborhood, but it was still in like in LA, like Riverside somewhere, something like that, with D.L. Hughley, who's the first person I ever did shows with away from the club. And things just started like that, you know. I don't know. It's the Lord, honey. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. And even though I may have a stern vernacular, I still feel like I'm doing God's work because laughter does the soul good like medicine. So many people come, you know, I think the world is so, you know, Gen X, Gen Z based. Everything's based on these kids. But I feel like senior citizens need a cheerleader too. And I don't give a fuck if my audience be old and they be coming in wheelchairs and they come and walking and everything, but they need to laugh too. I'm the reason they got out the house. I'm the reason they put on their clothes. I'm gonna go see LUENELL. And I don't care. I don't give a fuck about doing colleges or any of that shit. People at my age and older, they need a reason to laugh. And I'm glad to be that reason. I'm not trying to, if you love me and you're younger, that's great. But what I'm talking about, you can only understand if you've grown.
Yeah, well, listen, that's why you have a residency. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you have a fan base of people who like to get dressed and come and see you. How is it being in Vegas and having the residency for you?
It's like having a home, for sure. You know, like a lot of people have a home club. You know, if you're in Chicago and this is your home club, you know, whatever. And I feel like this is my home club. Now, I'm not so delusional to think that if I wasn't pulling numbers, it would not be my home club no more. Because no matter how funny you are or how cute you are, all that shit is great. I know a bunch of funny, cute, handsome comics that would look great in Vegas, but when they put your picture on that website, will you sell tickets? And that's really all it boils down to. It's cute, you funny, that helps, that's great. But bitch, will they buy tickets to come see you? It's just a business. It's Las Vegas.
Has the industry been fair to you, you think? Like when you reflect on your career?
I think that I have missed some opportunities that I wasn't afforded to get the chance to do. But I think that I can't say that the industry been unfair because I've worked my motherfucking ass off to get any of the recognition or money that I get, which pales in comparison to others. But am I comfortable? Yes. Am I probably richer than all my siblings? Maybe. I got older brothers and sisters. You don't know. They be quiet. You don't know what the fuck they got. And am I providing for my daughter a wonderful lifestyle? Yeah, I'm doing all that. Do I still love the Lord? Have I forgotten and sold my soul? Not at all. And I can be happy with that. I'm doing better than anybody, including me, ever expected. And I have people who understand me and respect me and like what I do. And I couldn't ask for more. God is good. Amen.
Yeah. No, all the
Yeah.
time. Is there a role that you wanted an audition for that you didn't get? That you really prepared for an audition?
Yes. I auditioned 6 times with Craig Brewer for the part of uh, uh, Queen Bee in Dolomite Is My Name. Divine Joy Randolph got that role. But I didn't lose the role and lose the movie. Craig ended up making me Eddie Murphy's aunt in Dolomite. And my scenes were just me and him, which was better than anything. Once again, the good Lord, he knows. Cheers.
I mean, listen, babe, we can cheers the Lord all day long. That's my language too. Working with Eddie Murphy, though, what was that experience like?
Well, it could have been a nervous wreck. But luckily for me, I already knew Eddie because I knew Charlie. Me and Charlie had worked, and rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. Me and Charlie had worked on movies together. We had been friends. We had kicked it. I'd been to his comedy shows and all this kind of stuff. Remember they had the Black and Brown comedy Get Down? It was like Sad and Charlie and George Lopez and all that stuff. And he was my friend. And so I had met Eddie back at the Norbit premiere. And we spoke then. And then projects that Charlie would do, Eddie would see him, so he would see me. So when I heard that I was, going to be auditioning for Dolomite Is My Name with Eddie Murphy, and I was like, Eddie Murphy, like Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy. And then they took me through like a bunch of like screen tests and everything and all that, but I didn't get the role. But I appreciate the role that I did get. And I really stand by that movie. I like that movie. People try to talk shit about that movie. That movie's great. That movie's fun. Shit.
Were you surprised that there were negative responses to it?
Yeah. I'm like, what? That shit was great, man. I think Leslie Jones did the best job she's ever done in anything. And not Dolomite, when she did Coming to America. I'm sorry. I got my 2 Eddie Murphy movies mixed up. Sorry. But anyway, shout out to Leslie for that.
Yeah.
But I know that the negative comments for Dolomite would come because the white man don't understand somebody like Rudy Ray Moore. So, there's some stuff I call OFTU, only funny to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't get it.
What is your relationship like with other Black female comics? Is it like a sisterhood when it comes to that world?
I like to think so. I don't think I have too many bad relationships. I'm sure I might have some that I'm not aware of. Everybody don't love LUENELL. Some bitches might out there, fat ass bitch. But, maybe at the bank, bitch. So I think that, the comics that I come in contact with, the Black female comics I've worked with for many years, or even some of the new ones, I think we're cool. Yeah.
Taraji has been in the news recently, and I'm sure you saw the headlines. She is talking about what it's like to be a Black actress in Hollywood. And she has been very vocal about it in recent, I would say years, because she started to talk more about it when she was on the promo for The Color Purple. And she talked about how her Black male counterparts like Tyrese get franchise movies, but she doesn't get any. and then comedian Monique, who, as you and we all know, have always been outspoken about how she felt was the mistreatment of Black actresses in the business when it comes to not only the roles you get, but once you get the role, you don't get the necessary treatment.
Spin-offs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, that's been happening since Dorothy Dandridge. So the mistreatment of Black women and the underpayment of Black women in Hollywood is well-known fact. If you go to, and I just mentioned this because we're in Atlanta, if you go to Tyler Perry's studio, the 12 studios, I think it's 12, that he has named after Black actors and actresses, if you look at all the movies that they've made for white Hollywood, and not now one of them got Nam Studio named after him, nothing. Maybe, maybe there's some like little, it's the Roll Room or something like that. We're talking about studios, sound stages. Yeah. And when you go to Tyler's, you got Halle Berry, Whoopi Goldberg, Ossie Davidson, Ruby Dee, Sidney Poitier, Oprah Winfrey,
Cicely Tyson.
and it goes on, and you're just, it's amazing to see. So the underpayment and everything like that, I think it's about to change if we can join with these younger creatives that are doing things without studios, just like independent rappers, doing things without studios. You can gain the popularity, you can make the money, and it's just like the music industry is changing, the movie industry and stuff is changing. I don't know how we're gonna get more Black people in positions of power, more Black people that can green light movies, more Spike Lees, more John Singletons, more Ryan Cooglers and stuff like this. We need more of that. But some kids are sitting in their fucking room right now working on that, working on doing that. And we need that, because that's the only way we're gonna change, and we gotta cut off the head of the snake. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
I feel. These are all my opinions, people. Not opinions expressed by the host of the show. This is where I feel. Direct all comments to me, because I got time today.
No, the thing is this. Listen, one thing about my audience is a very diverse audience, but obviously my largest demographic is Black women of all ages. And listen, when it comes to you, you impart so much wisdom when it comes to just experience. And I know you do. And I listen, I don't think you get this, my opinion, right? So let's talk about that too. Listen, I think when it comes to Black female comedians, you, Monique, Whoopi Goldberg, obviously Whoopi Goldberg is like the
most,
yeah, she's the most decorated.
EGOT, right.
She's the most decorated Black female comedian.
Deserves it all. Does it all.
I mean, deserves it all, does it all. And she's one of one, right?
One of one.
But for every Whoopi Goldberg, there is a Samore. Mm-hmm. There is a LUENELL. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when I look at, for example, you and Samore, you two make me belly laugh, right? Like, like the laugh, but you feel it from the gut.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
Yeah. No, and I want you to know, from my mouth to your ears, you do that. So you deliver that. I am a Black man as a producer and a company owner in unscripted television. I do reality TV. Yes. So I know a little something about how the industry works. When it comes to, like I said, Black female comedians, I do feel like, and even Cheryl Underwood, who I met recently too, I just feel like the industry is not kind to you women. And I feel like when you look at some of the Black male comedians, that they definitely have a leg up when it comes to opportunities.
Tell me a Black female comic that's selling out arenas. I'll wait. Who would it be?
I think Monique could. No? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I've seen her do arenas with Kat. I'm talking about on her own.
On her own, okay.
You know? I think if I had the white powerhouse machine behind me, maybe I could. I don't care, though. I don't care about
You don't care anymore, or did you used to care?
I used to care when I was like on tour with Kat, who's the only person who ever took me on tour. You look around, you're like, wow, this is amazing that all these people, 30,000 people came out the house to see you. But see, I'm a different type of comic. I'm a purist. And in row 38, they may not be paying attention to what you're talking about. They might be filming, they might be texting, they might be on the phone, they might be, you know, having a fight with their boyfriend. They're not paying attention. I really like a more intimate room where you are paying attention. So you can feel what I'm not just spinning my mouth up here for the money. I make money. I don't have to do this and just do it for the fuck of it. I mean it. I mean the shows that I do. I love the audience that I see. I want them to smell me. I want them to, you even complimented me on how I smell today.
You smell great.
I smell that way.
Yes.
When I do my shows, I want it to be a big sensory thing. I have a video that plays. I want them to feel me and I want to feel them back. And I don't really feel it like that. I've been out there, you know, Chappelle and all that stuff, Radio City, all that stuff. But for me, I don't need it. I think that would be great if we did have somebody, though, a black female that could have like other couple, maybe a couple comments or by themselves do their special. But I just I don't understand who it will be. Jesus will send somebody down that will be the next black female phenomenon. Because even Whoopi Goldberg, I don't know if she can sell out an arena. You know? And there's multiple guys doing this. But they're not just doing it because they're on Instagram. They got a machine behind them.
Do you need the white male machine behind you in order for you to sell out arenas as a comic?
Probably. Probably the Live Nations and the things like that. That's not us. And they're running it. They got it on lock. If we, you know, just like I said, where's the black promo collective that wants to, you know, that wants to give them a run for their money? And then will it get violent? You know, is this shit a criminal? You know, will something happen to you if you come along and start stepping on these big entities' toes? Because I don't know. I'm conspiracy theorist. I'm always thinking the man out to get me. So, you know, I would love to see all that, though. I would love to see him challenged. I would love to see, you know, a black female flourish like that. I'd ride with him for that. I would want him to be able to earn it, though. Not just because you popping on Instagram. I would want you to be able to be a real stand-up comic and be able to do that. If the internet shut down tomorrow, would you still be able to? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's, you know, and not only that, these black comics got restaurants, they got franchises and this and that, and the black females say just, I don't know about them having that. You don't hear about them, us, I should say, you know, have a barbecue spot or building houses over here or doing, you know, anything. Bitches trying to survive. And I just don't know about black female comics and the shit that the guys, of course, you know, they're out there making deals on the golf course and in the sauna.
And you're not invited to those places?
Not really. I've been out on the golf course. I know why they like it out there without the bitches. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. You can drink, the guys can commiserate, you know, like girls get together, the guys, you know, I get it. I get it. Really don't need no bunch of bitches out there unless they really know how to play golf. And they're like, oh my God, can you help me with my golf swing? You know, they like that. But you don't need a bunch of bitches out there. You know? And I get it.
But why can't we get like, listen, because you know, I create, right? And I pitch.
Yes.
But why can't like you, Cheryl Underwood, Tiffany Haddish, some more, Jess Hilarious. Why can't you guys be with Whoopi Goldberg and say, you're the queen of this? Could we do something together? Because I will say this. It is a boys' club. And I think there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that. But is it time, though, LUENELL, for women to truly come together and show and prove that we have what it takes? Queens of Comedy was a success. Was it as big as Kings of Comedy? No.
And everybody in Kings Comedy got shows and shit.
I know.
What happened to the women? What happened to the women? Now, this is 30 years ago. I just don't know. They had the same opportunity.
But what is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they just want to keep bitches in the bitches' place. Why not? I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's because there's no women in power. You got to get, we got to quit wanting to be the star and get to be up in them motherfucking boardrooms and shit like that and running some shit. We need smarter, more, determined ass people in higher places. It's the only thing that's gonna change. Everybody want to be the motherfucking star, but you gotta have, you gotta have a universe for the star to shine in. Deep. And there's just we need more people at the top. I don't know. I don't know. We need female, and with the Issa Raes though, and the people like that, they're trying to do it. And I think that there's a lot of women that we just don't know about that's coming. So I hope that's the case. But in my lifetime, I'm trying to keep my residency, do these little city wineries, get my podcast, because I got another one coming too.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
And do my thing and make my money and stay happy and stay the fuck out the way. I don't want to be in no bullshit. I want to live my life. I still got a private life, still got family. My family keeps a motherfucker very in check. I have 7 brothers and sisters, like 17 nieces and nephews. And, you can't go with no fuck shit. I'm about to go to Arkansas in August, be down there in the red dirt, no jewels and all that shit, and eating buttermilk and cornbread in a cup. Now, I keep it's real regular. I don't know. I don't know, but there needs to be, things definitely need to change. Yeah.
Do you think people are just afraid of being blackballed and that's why they just don't want to step on the toes of people in power?
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, look, let's be real here. We know that there are people in positions that could stop you if they feel like you're trying to take over what they're doing, right?
Well, no, man. Men don't want to work for women. And they don't like, that goes from the boardroom to entertainment. Big boss women always have a fucking problem with men and their insecurities and all this type of shit. If you're qualified, though, and you know what you're doing and you have the respect, I don't see why anybody has any problem with any of that shit. But I think maybe that has some things to do with it. Who's this bitch think she is, and that I don't want to work for her. It's this, like, that's part of the old boys club thing. They don't want a woman to come into these spaces. But there are women out there. I know they're coming. I got faith. I know they're coming. I just don't know why things have happened the way they have. Those queens of comedy, all of them should have had shows. The only one who ended up with a show was fucking Monique. Lori didn't, Samora didn't, Adele didn't. Why? They were all there. What did Monique do that they didn't do? Did she work harder? Did she push harder? What did she do? Because there are things that separate you. Everybody can start out the block evenly, and there's gonna be some bitches that win. So I think the ones who do put in the work and push a little harder and maybe risk being called whatever and take it anyway.
What is your relationship like with Monique? You guys have one?
Yeah, we're good. We just, we don't go out to eat and all that shit, but I've had her back in certain things that she has spoken on before, like wage disparity, shit like that. And, we text back and forth from time to time. That's good enough for me. Yeah. That's good enough for me.
Wanda Sykes has a Netflix special.
Saw it.
What did you think?
I think if you're politically inclined and, because there's a lot of political stuff, I think if you're, up on she did comedy for intelligent, really plugged in people, you know, which is a platform. If that's what you use, if that's what you want to use your platform for, then there you have it. And there's a market for that, and people will watch, and people will dig it, and it's on. Netflix put it on, right? Yeah, that was Netflix.
Yep.
And so, yeah, she have a lot to say, and she's not, wrong. She comes from a certain perspective, you know what I'm saying? So we have to respect that too, because everybody got opinions and everybody got different ways of looking at shit.
When it's all like said and done, when it comes to the stuff you've done so far, is there things that you want to start doing that you haven't had a chance to do?
Yes, I think everybody who's interviewed me and everybody who's ever heard one of my interviews knows that my goal was to be the next black female in late night television. I've been told no by people who had late night TV shows. And now,
What do you mean you return though? Like,
okay, so I talked to George Lopez. He said, they ain't gonna let you on network TV. And I was like, well, why not? Because, I do have the intelligence not to cuss on network television. I don't have Tourette's syndrome. I know what to do. And I talked to Arsenio. Arsenio said no, too. They're not going to let you on network TV. I'm like, well, why? And then everybody's like, well, you want to be yourself, and for you to be yourself, you would be better streaming, and I agree with that. I agree with that. But why not, though? Why not Channel 4 at 11:30, late night with LUENELL live from Las Vegas? Why not? I can book guests just like anybody else. I have relationships just like anybody else. I'm intelligent. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in English literature. I can write my shit. I know what the fuck to do. But there's been opportunities for me to be on network TV, but I didn't get the call. I didn't get, everybody, lots of people would, and I got to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you this right here, right now, for them. But I'll tell you one opportunity I didn't get a chance to get. And I saw everybody. They tried everybody, but they didn't let me do it.
I won't say much, but I'm assuming it was when there were opportunities to sit in a chair to
Could start there. But then I also know myself, and I'm better suited for late night anyway.
Daytime wasn't for you.
Not really. Not really. And after speaking to people in that position and the hoops you have to jump through, I don't think daytime was particularly for me anyway.
Is that why you think Sherri's show didn't work?
No. No, I don't. I don't know why they canceled Sherri's show, because she has a demographic that adore her, that she had to work for on the flight of coming after Wendy. She built it. She wants to only bring like happiness and fun. That's what she did. She does stand up so she can deliver. And she looked great in her clothes and with all that stuff. And I don't know why they canceled her and not others. Some others got canceled, some others did not.
Who did you think was going to get canceled that didn't get canceled?
Well, I didn't think they were going to cancel Drew Barrymore just on the fact she's a Barrymore, and that Barrymore name carries weight in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kelly Clarkson wanted to leave. I think she
walked
was
away.
Tired. Yeah.
Do you think Sherri was done unfairly? Because, respectfully, do you think she just could not get out of the shadows of Wendy because of what happened, and that people, no matter how many ways she tried to make that show different, it was still like that halo over her that you took Wendy, and these are people mind. You took Wendy's spot.
Absolutely, probably some of that may have played into it, sure. But at the end of the day, they always say it's about ratings and it's about numbers and stuff like that. You're not pulling ratings. But you know what? If I had a 4-year network TV show, I wouldn't cry about it. And she's not either. She's on to the next already. Sherri always land on her feet. They cut her from The View, too. She got her own fucking show. She's on the show. She's already shooting a movie. So, she's fine. But I just, I think that 4 years was fine. That was fine. That's what it was. You did it, and she got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame while doing it. So I ain't crying about nothing. I wouldn't be.
When are you getting your star?
After my podcast next year, the drops. After my okay, here's my plan.
Go ahead.
You want to know?
Tell me.
We are not competitors. We're not competitors.
Babe, you are LUENELL, baby.
Allies.
Trust me.
No, we're allies. Because I'm going to book your ass, too.
I would love to come
all
on.
these interviews I'm doing, I'm going to call this card back in. You understand me?
I'll say
and
yes.
I'll do my research, too. Feel me? So you'll be getting a call.
You can ask me anything.
As me.
Yeah, I know.
Starting with Al, be sure to slap you in your mouth. Anyway.
You put your leg up. It was a segue.
Oh, my God. What? No, here's the deal.
Okay.
This is what's going on with me.
Tell me.
Last year, I had a comedy, reoccurring monthly limited engagement. A lot of people say they have a residency in Vegas. You do not. You have a limited engagement. If you do 8 gigs in Vegas, that is not a residency. That is a limited engagement. I have a residency. I've been there 7 motherfucking years since before COVID. Every motherfucking weekend, okay?
Thank you.
And just started taking vacation 2 years ago. So I had a monthly, once a month, the first Wednesday of the month, a reoccurring date at this club in Burbank. Burbank? You know what Burbank is?
Yeah, of course.
Burbank, called Flappers, right?
Okay, uh-huh.
It was very, very successful. I would have myself, I would have an opener sometime myself, and then a special guest comedian, every time I did it, different people. So it was very successful. Jennifer Lewis and everybody, all the dolls would come out and see your girl, right? And the club was happy, I was happy, and they said, let's do it again next year. I'm like, cool, let's do it again next year. Only one day a month, you know what I mean? And it's in LA, and I got a house in LA, and I need to come to LA anyway. So we did that, and then this year, I couldn't go back until the Netflix is a Joke Comedy Festival was over, so that's over.
Which, congrats on that.
Thank you, I had a ball. So this coming, I don't know when this is gonna drop. How soon does this drop?
Within like 2 weeks. So it'll be soon.
Okay, by the time this drops, this will be starting. My first Wednesday back at Flappers will be June.
Okay.
June, and I have the first Wednesday in June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've booked all, I'm not gonna have a comic in front of me no more. I'm gonna do 15 minutes of comedy in the beginning, then I'm gonna have a special guest who will never announce the special guest because special guests sometimes have to change their plans. And then you gotta do re-advertising and shit. So please believe me though, my guests are no fucking slouches. And I'll tell you off air who some of them are. And my plan is to do those 7 episodes with some of the biggest motherfucking stars that I know. And then at the end of that, we will, during the holiday break, we'll like put a compilation together of clips of all those and shop that. And I want to do, Sirius XM Radio or Hulu or Netflix or something like that. If I have to not be on network TV, then I want to be on a big thing and make enough money to get off the road a little bit. Because Auntie doesn't want to be out every motherfucking weekend anymore. I'm not every weekend. Shit, and someday I'm going to be a granny. And I want to be home with my kids, not in some fucking hotel room in Natchez, Mississippi. The fuck? Shout out to Natchez, though.
We love that.
Shout out.
And listen, like you said, you may have a grandbaby, and we see that your daughter's here. By the way, she's gorgeous.
Period.
She's a gorgeous woman. And, listen, can you update the fans on how you two are? Because obviously, they watched the Inyala. And
that's like 12 years ago.
I know, but it ain't me, girl. They're nosy. So they just want to know,
was there a thing that you said I'm about to have LUENELL on? Send me your question.
I have my supporters are called the Raindrops.
Yes.
So the special ones get an exclusive opportunity to submit me.
Oh, okay.
So you got to build your community.
Oh, my community.
We start your podcast.
My community. My
Yes.
podcast means unlocked.
Okay.
Because I had one during COVID.
Oh, I know.
And so, boom, they ready.
Okay.
So my daughter and I are great. Of course, everybody still got rocky days. My problem has never been actions. It's the mouth. And that's, the kids these days. They get away with more than we ever did. Because apparently you can't beat them no more. So anyway. But of course, she's here with me now. And I always say she's my best accessory. I got lots of accessories, but she's my best accessory. She knows the business because she's a professional dancer and has toured and stuff. So we have that in common. And, everything is a growing process. I had to grow. She had to grow. That was then. This is now. We still have our days, but I wouldn't take nothing for it. And I'll fuck a motherfucker up who fuck with her. And that's on dead homies or whatever they be saying.
Not the dead homies. By the way, I have to say, Hacks is my favorite show out right now.
It's everything.
So when you talked about late night comedy, I thought of Jean Smart, the character she's playing.
Now, see, Hollywood don't write for older women, but then they did, and look what happened. Emmy after Emmy after Emmy after Emmy.
That's why I want you to know I believe in you.
Amen.
I really do believe in you.
Thank you.
And I can see it happening.
Thank you.
And it's going to happen.
Amen.
All right. Are you ready for my rapid fire questions?
Oh, shit. What do we do?
Before I let you go. So
How many?
It's not a lot. It's not a
lot. I'm here for you. Let me tell you, Carlos.
Yes, baby.
I done limited the interviews that I do, even though they look like I do. But I was like, I'm putting on all the things and I'm doing all this stuff.
And you look good doing it.
Thank you, child.
I appreciate it, baby.
Period.
I like when somebody makes sure that they come prepared.
Yes, I'd be as cute as you, because this shit here,
well, thank you, honey.
I love those.
Thanks, raindrops. Okay, so you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this live?
No!
Oh, where are they coming from?
Okay. No. I have rapid fire questions that I'm asking you.
Okay.
Okay. So, you ready for it?
Yes.
I'm going to start off hot.
Okay. Is this multiple questions?
No.
All right.
So, Pete Davidson.
Yes.
Okay. So, obviously, there was a situation. You guys were on a talk show. Yeah. You were touchy-feely. Yeah. He said he felt uncomfortable. Yeah. You apologized to Pete Davidson. What is your relationship like now with Pete Davidson, and do you think people overreacted?
I think he overreacted. I think, but I also think that he may not have ever said that. I think maybe people might have said that to create a controversy. Because I was just doing like this. We had a blindfold, and I was doing like this. Like I'm touchy. And so I don't give a fuck about Pete Davidson in that type of way. I think he looked like he needed a blood transfusion. He's pale as fuck. And I was asking him earlier, why do you think the girls are so onto you? Because why? I don't get it. I'm sitting next to you, and I just don't get it. But it was blown out of proportion. I was not trying to assault Pete Davidson. And if I did, he should have been man enough to pull his blindfold off and look me in the face and tell me like that. Because when we said again earlier, if you reference what I said, I don't play them games. You got something to say to me, say it. You ain't got to go whining off in the corner like a little bitch and saying some shit, but he may not have even said it. It might have been a plant. It might have been an industry plant. Now, next.
Who is the biggest gatekeeper in Black comedy Hollywood?
That don't tell people stuff and don't share information?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. Which comedian is nothing like their public image?
Cat.
Oh. He's a sweetheart.
He's just very quiet and introspective and well-read, and he's not out in the streets wilding like, we have before and stuff, and likes, peace. He likes peace. I believe.
Have you ever been blackballed?
Maybe. Maybe, but it didn't stick. So, I don't know, maybe.
What celebrity man flirted with you that will gag people, that will shock people?
Oh my God, I can't even tell you. Oh no, it would be so shocking. You would just die.
You gotta tell me.
Oh no, I can't.
You gotta
Oh,
tell
no, I
me.
can't.
Your daughter's saying,
No,
say
he
it.
wouldn't appreciate it.
Is he married?
Nope.
Whoa. Ooh.
Oh no, honey, he's a whole gangster. I can't.
Is he a rapper?
Yeah.
Is he in his 40s or 50s? Or older?
I can't.
No. Your daughter's...
She knows better. She knows better.
Period. Who is it?
No.
50 Cent?
No, I'm not telling. I'm not. He would not like it. And I said he's a gangster. And
Is he alive?
yeah, he was just, yeah.
He was just what? Snoop Dogg?
No.
I'm
LUENELL.
close. Okay, wait. Snoop Dogg?
No.
Dr. Dre?
No, I'm not telling.
Okay, wait.
He don't like black women. No, I'm not telling. I cannot.
Hey.
That's how, look, that's how nervous I am. Okay.
But he's a rapper.
Oh, yeah, a big one.
So he's West Coast. Okay. Is he big? Okay, so not
We're not doing this, Carlos.
not Dre, not Snoop.
I didn't say not them. I said I'm not telling. And Snoop is married. Hey, girl.
I'm trying to guess Jamie. Who?
So what's the 3 things I got to tell you?
Suge Knight?
I don't date presidents no more, honey. That was another time.
Suge Knight wanted to sleep with you?
No, absolutely not.
Is it Suge Knight?
It
No?
should.
Oh, damn.
And he did hug me one
I'm
time.
trying to get close.
No.
I
You'll
can't
never
leave until I get this.
No, and if I tell you,
Yes.
are you gonna tell? Yes. No. No.
West Coast. Okay. Snoop and Dre. Who else is it?
And what's another question? Don't worry your little brain about that.
Okay. I'm going to come back to that. Okay. Who got opportunities that they did not deserve, in your opinion?
In what respects?
Did someone get an opportunity that you didn't think they were ready for?
The same person.
The rapper?
Same person.
Jamie, who could it be? I'm taking guesses from the room. You would know, bro. It's
Nobody knows. It's
Snoop. Okay, Snoop, Dre. That's where we are.
How do you know that? There's other West Coast rappers. There's DJ Quick. There's
who?
No way. LUENELL, are you nuts? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Oh,
No,
God.
Snoop and...
Anyway, you want... Okay, what else? Y'all tripping. No, but listen, I won't even tell you after if you're gonna tell.
If you tell me after, I'm not shady like that.
My fucking daughter is over there, and she's licensed to get. Don't you dare! Don't you never, ever, ever, ever. And I mean that.
Why? Okay, why don't you want to say his name?
Because it would really shake up the apple cart.
You on Carlos King podcast, we shake up the apple cart.
Yeah, well, let's shake up cherries. Let's shake up tangerines.
Okay, my last question.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, that was a good one then.
No way.
Okay, my last question. Who in Hollywood switched up on you after they made it?
I don't know. I know I'm terrible at answering. I'm not giving you what you want. But I don't know because if they did, I probably didn't know because I probably stopped fucking with them first. Okay, so I don't really know who switched up on me. They would think it would be me that switched up on them since I'm, fairly successful. But it ain't me. Motherfuckers, yeah, a couple of people who you don't really know in the industry have distanced themselves from me even we've been close. And I think it's because of my time has gotten much thinner and I don't have time to kick it with you like I used to. And I also am very more picky about who's in my house. So maybe they might say it's me.
I love it.
And
I love
say
it.
it's me.
Well, Luenell, tell the Raindrops and your fans and the world how they can support your residency, how can they buy tickets, and all the projects you have coming up.
My Cash App too? Okay.
Baby,
No,
all of
Cash
it.
App, Venmo, Zelle? No, okay, my website where you can go on there and see am I coming to a city near you and also purchase tickets to said shows that are on the site. My website is heyluenell.com. Can you put that graphic?
Yes.
HEYLUENELL.com. HeyLuenell.com. For all tickets and information, you can order my fragrance on there. You know, I have my own fragrance. I have two. One is called Iconic, one is called Legendary.
Both
They come
you are.
in body, period. Thank you.
Mhm.
I humbly thank you. They come in body creams and a roll-on oil and a spray. My Hey Luenell t-shirts, which Janelle, where's the bag? That see my t-shirts look like that with Swarovski
Oh, wow.
crystals. And you can get the face of the microphone or the tote bag at heyluenell.com as well. You can follow me on Instagram, just at Luenell, at LUENELL. You can try to DM me if you like, but there's no promises because I used to answer all my DMs.
You're crazy.
There's no way.
Don't
I stopped that shit. After it got to be, I was like, oh, I'm just talking to like the first 10.
Did Al be sure slide in your DMs?
No, because we didn't even have DMs, I don't think. We weren't doing DMs when we first met. We met like 15 years ago.
That's when I first started dating?
No, we don't date. We grown. We see each other. We spend time together. We don't date. Go out and get ice cream and shit. We have done that. But I'm just saying.
Do you guys do it?
So we're going to start with Al.
And end with Al.
And end with Al.
Do y'all do it or no? Or is it?
That is personal. I told you. You want me to sit here and say, I suck his fucking dick? Is that what you're trying to get me to say?
Do you? I'll tell you if I do.
Now, if you do, everybody going to hell. Everybody dying. Murder, suicide. Please, no shade, I'm just saying.
Give it up for Luenell! You are amazing.